Hey, Kimberly and Roger. Wanted to take a moment to look at the closets upstairs. So we're going to start off in your daughter's room and looking at that uniquely shaped space that has the door at the 45-degree angle. So here we're showing the door and part of the walls removed to give you an idea of what it would look like. So what we're going to do is a 12-inch depth shelf. And we want to do this as a wall-mounted unit. And the reason the wall-mounted unit, it gives us some floor space back and it makes it seem less crowded. I know in your son's room, he has that floor mounted all the way down, which is fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But in terms of how it makes that space feel, it allows you to also be able to take carpet out or flooring out or anything like that without ever having to take the closet systems out with a wall mounted unit. And plus, he's got that really weird point that goes back in that corner. It makes it hard to get to because of that vertical, for example, coming all the way down to the floor. And I'll show you what that looks like in a minute when we switch over to his closet. But here I want to make sure that we're looking at the design and we have a good feel for what we want to do in your daughter's room. And here we're just going to look at this video or this 360 view and pan around. And with this not going all the way to the floor, that just gives a little bit more space to kind of tuck things in there if we want to put shoes there or something else that makes it easy to maintain and keep the closet organized. We've got adjustable shelving on this side. And we're going to go up a little bit higher. We're going to make this top shelf right at about 94, 95, 96 inches. So that way you've got some space up above it, some shelving at the very top before you get to the ceiling, and then some above the double hang area. We'll put the long hang into the corner because probably not something you get to as frequently. And we're going to pair it up in this corner so that there's nothing hanging, protruding out on this side with it being shelving. That way it makes it easier to get into this space. This shelf will be adjustable here. The bottom and the top are fixed, of course. And then here we're going to really get the benefit of two big slots of double hang. And again, with these verticals not going all the way to the floor, it just makes it easier for you to access. Plus, it saves money in terms of the overall material cost because we're not having to use as much material to build out this closet. But again, once you see what that's going to look like, that really makes for good use of that space. So next we'll slide over to your son's room so you can see how that looks. And here we have your son's room. And what I really want to show with this is just how simple we're going to make it. Now, we would go ahead and remove that closet system in there that you have already. Now, you're more than welcome to remove it yourself, but we would probably move that for you to make it easier. I would be the one doing the installation on both this as well as the kitchen items. And the big thing that to be gained from that is there's going to be no translation lost in between the design and the actual installation. So we know what you're going to get because we've been the one that's designed it from the very beginning. So here we're going to do some double hang on the left and right hand side before it goes back into this corner. This allows for easy open space on the bottom. And I wish they would have done that with your closet before because I think it would have made it more user friendly. But with it not going to the floor, it just makes it easier to access into those corner spaces. So we're going to slide around and show you what it looks like if you're standing closer to the doorway to the room. This looks back toward the left and you'll have the double hang top and bottom. You'll have shelving up above. So height-wise, probably comparable to what you have right now. So we're looking at that 8-foot height for the top of this hanging unit. Again, it's going to be wall mounted. These are all adjustable. This one's going to be fixed, the top one's fixed, and the bottom's fixed. So these four in the middle are adjustable. I'm showing 6-inch spacing here, 6 to 7. Great for shoes. Then you've got other folding space that you can put things there. And unlike the closet system that you have here, between the double hangs, we're going to have a shelf too. So that way, if you do have things like jeans or pants or anything that are hung, there's oftentimes space down below so that you can put your shoes on the shelf as well. Looking back at this corner, this is where I really think we get the benefit because you really can't access that back space because this vertical here goes all the way down to the floor and you just can't get into that back corner. Not that you need to, but if you needed to tuck anything in there, I don't know, something long, some kind of pole or yardsticks or anything like that, that would be an easy way to be able to put it and to get access to it. As you can see here, we're going to have that upper shelf up above the double hang clothing. And then we'll look at the 360 rendering here so you can kind of see how that's going to all pan and fold out. So you can see all of the space there, especially as we look back into that corner. I think that's going to be beneficial. The other thing that we do that's really nice that I like when we do the hanging wall modules is we put a curved radius down here so it's not a sharp edge so clothing doesn't get caught on it, your hand doesn't get caught on it or scratched or anything like that. So really, we're one of the only ones that does that out there as a standard practice, as opposed to being a special order. So I do like how this is going to work for you. So take a look at this. Take a look at the other closet with your daughter. Let me know from a design standpoint. If this is where you want to go with the design, I can immediately send you the pricing, but I didn't want to send you the pricing yet until we kind of get the design fine-tuned. With the kitchen, it was a little bit different because I kind of understood what the design needed to be there. Here, I need to make sure we're on track, and then I can get you that information as well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, and look forward to being able to help out. Thank you again.